All right. Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakwadash. And that's saying Yahweh, which is the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the name of his beloved Son. And Rekakwadash is the name of the Holy Spirit. All in the ancient Hebrew tongue, the Lashawan Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth and continues to rule well. Peace and salutations to all the Akim out here pushing his word in sincerity, truth, and in faith. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners, those of our people that very well may look exactly like the other nations, but their heritage through their father's seed line goes back to the Hebrew Israelites, to the tribes of the 12 tribes, Salak. Okay. I have another lesson, and I'm going to entitle it So-called African Americans or Black Americans are not Africans. Okay. We are not Africans. We came through Africa, yeah. We came through Africa after the Lord kicked us out of Jerusalem, out of Israel. Okay, we fled into Africa. That's not our homeland. Okay. But our people seem to think, since the white man put that name on us, to try to confuse us as to who we are, in actuality, our people seem to believe just because we're dark-skinned and the Africans are dark-skinned that we're related to them. And we're not. We're not related to them at all. We're more related to the so-called white man than we are to these damn Africans, boy. Okay? So I have a few clips I want to play because this is the temperament you could see and you could hear it that's going on today. Okay, on social media, and that's ringing out even. Okay, this is what's on people's mind as far as the so-called Negroes here in America are concerned. Okay, now people are very ignorant as well because they don't understand that that the Haitians and the Jamaicans, okay, are also Israelites. Okay, and the Latinos and the so-called American Indians, okay, are all Israelites. Okay, that's the covering cast that's been put over your eyes. You can't see. Our people can't see. They don't understand the truth. They take one little thing and they run with it. They just run without no research. And then when they hear the truth, they think that they have already found the truth. No, that ain't how it go. Okay. Well, you're going to see. You're going to soon see. Okay, these Africans don't have no love for you. They know that we are not Africans. Okay? Some years ago, I was in a 99-cent store in the line, and it was this ish lady behind me, and at the cash register, it was a African, or straight African. I could look at her and tell she was African. She wasn't no Israelite. She was an African. And somehow we just got on the conversation of, us being different from them. That we're not African. She was like, yeah, I know. I was like, we're the Hebrew Israelites. We're the Israelites. She's like, I know. Okay. I say, I'm a Jew. Okay. And she was like, I know. Okay? Because they teach them things over there, but they don't teach it over here. And then the YT lady behind me, the Ish lady, she's like, "Oh, you're the Jew, Ish. I am too." You know, trying to, I was like, "No, you're not. No, you're not." And I broke her down. Okay, and left. All right. But I just, I don't want to make it too long, but I just was listening to this like all last week. This was all that I was hearing, So I just wanted to make a quick video on this. All right. So here we go. Oh, yeah. And it all begins with Yahweh. Okay. Yahweh's word is going to come to pass, man. Okay. The Most High's word is going to come to pass no matter what no one thinks or say or do. It don't matter, man. Okay. Daniel 7:9, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. And he's the Ancient of Days. Before there were days, he was. Okay. What we would think of as nothing, zero, like we can't comprehend anything, and there's nothing. The Most High is still there. Okay. It says, whose garment was white as snow, and the hairs of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. Okay, so that's Yahweh. Okay, and his word, Isaiah 55:11, is going to come to pass. All right. So this is fair use. I'm using these videos. I'm not gaining anything from using it. This is for educational purposes only. All right.
Period to no cap to its giving.
Oh, that's right. I had some ones in here. I had did it, and I forgot to
Black
erase
Americans have no culture. But let's break that lie real quick. We gave the world jazz, blues, rock and roll, hip-hop, gospel, funk, R&B. From breakdancing to the electric slide to TikTok challenges. The rhythm began with us, our soul food, built on love, legacy, and survival. Seasoning, flavor. That's Black American brilliance. Our hair is art. Our style gets copied every season. They study our drip like it's a major. They talk like us. From period to no cap to its giving. AAVE. African American Vernacular English seems to be the internet. We built movements, invented solutions, redefined greatness, and we did it while fighting to be seen as human. No culture? That's funny. Nope. We are the culture. Foundational Black American culture built this country, and the world copies it daily. They say Black Americans have no culture, but let's break that lie real quick.
Okay. And we are not black, nor are we Americans. We are the Hebrew Israelites. Okay. Yashar Allah. He is a prince of the power. What power? The power of Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. And once our people come, they're going to learn it, whether they learn it on this side or whether they learn it on the other side. Okay. When they're reborn. Okay. If they don't want to get it on this side, they're going to get it on the next side. They're going to die on this side. 2/3 of our people are going to die on this side because they refuse Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The only power that there is. Okay, and that's our power. And your dumb ass don't even want to get with it. Y'all people are, wow. Y'all people are dumb. Dumb. This might be, I don't know. Okay, hold on. I don't know.
Africans, and whoever had that conversation with him, I hope y'all versed.
Okay.
Somebody need to talk to the Africans.
Yeah.
And whoever had that conversation with him, I hope y'all versed in economics and try to explain to these people they're not going to win this And they think they is. Y'all seen the videos? I saw one, the lady was saying, we are going to go to war. We are going to go to war. And if African American tries to come into your business, you turn them away. You know, we could be assholes and come to your business and let you turn us away because of our race and then sue you. This is America. We can sue you.
See, but this, I don't want to, I'm not going to stop it that much, but you know, she's in the kind of the mind, I could tell that she's in the mindset of we are Africans. Okay? And that's what's wrong with our people. Our people think that that's our people just coming against us. But those are not our people. Okay? Keep that in mind. All right? They are not our people.
Yes, for that. They don't even understand how this shit works. But you know what? It's cool to see y'all sticking up for yourselves, even though it's the wrong reasons and against the wrong fucking people. Shit, because I just seen videos of y'all over there in Africa. Chinaman got y'all in the whole kung fu fucking pickle. Pop, 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 pop. Or they got a Chinaman with a stick beating the shit out of y'all. So it is nice to see y'all sticking up for yourselves, even if it is for the wrong reasons, even if it is for the wrong fucking, against the wrong fucking people. But at the end of the day, y'all need to realize the black dollar, especially within y'all businesses, means a lot. All we asking y'all is to stop fucking playing with us. You would think we asking these motherfuckers to go back to Makoko. Google Makoko. Somebody need to talk to the Africans.
Okay. Yeah, we're not Africans, man. Okay? Let's keep going. Let's keep it going. Slot. Is this the one? Let's see. No, this is it. Yeah. I can't hardly see how to play it. Let me just play it from here. Oh, there it is.
In the African continent, right? Why haven't the African Union said that? Say, hey, if you in the diaspora, like the Caribbean, because the Caribbean dealt with the slave trade too. If you in Latin America, they dealt with the slave trade too, and also us here in America, the FBAs. Y'all are Africans. Y'all are displaced Africans. So all you got to do is come here to the African Union here at Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and come get your passport. Come get one. Whatever country that you want to be in, come get one. We're gonna work with that government and make sure that we got it for you.
I don't even want to hear this.
Then at that point, you're saying, okay, now we can become African because you're telling us that we got a passport and we can come on home to Africa. So the Europeans can go get their EU passport, but we can't get an African passport. So how you gonna tell us that?
That's because they know we're not Africans. They know that. They were the ones that sold us into slavery, man. They understand that well. Our people just don't want to understand that. They think just because their skin is dark skin. Hell, everybody on the earth is dark skin. Okay, except that they ain't gonna eat a mite, man. All right?
We are African.
We not.
We not dumb. We know we of African descent.
You're
know
not.
That.
You're dumb.
But we're not culturally African, and neither are you making concessions for us to be African where we could stay. We got to go through the same visa process like white people do.
Now I don't want to hear this dude no more. I'm gonna just go. Salaki, y'all. Salaki. Okay, I don't want to hear him. He's so dumb.
Why are y'all acting like and framing this whole African business boycott as if Black Americans are simply only doing it to Africans or African businesses just because they're African and just because they're immigrants? And then y'all like to frame it as if it's xenophobia. Yes, I did see problematic comics. Yes, there are problematic people in my community, but nobody is acknowledging the fact that there are a series of women or a good amount of women who have not had good customer service experiences with African braiding shops. And so when somebody talks about boycotting, you guys act like, oh, this is happening to us because we're African. No, there had to be enough people along the lines that have not had good experiences with the customer service and what they received when it came to African braiding shops. So actually address the concerns, whether it's from pricing, whether it was from the service that they received, the environment, actually address those concerns. But
Okay. She's right about that. Okay? It's about the service, because they don't feel about you the way they feel about their African brothers and sisters. They know we're not the same people, so they're going to treat you like shit. Okay? Let's keep going.
People feel like that our business is their business. We are this is the problem, Black America. Listen to me. This is the problem. We are way too open. We are way too welcoming, way too open to allow everybody into our shit. Everybody is all in our business, and we're way too open to it. We need to close the doors. Okay, the doors need to be closed, because you can't find nothing on my page, at least, where I'm talking about Asian issues, white issues, Arab issues, or whoever else's issues, because it ain't none of my business. I mind the business that's mine. But for some reason, everybody feels like they can mind our business. Everybody feels like they can insert themselves into our business. We're just the free for all. Everybody could just be in all up in our business. We're just the free.
Okay, but that's why women shouldn't be teaching, because this whole earth is our business. This earth was created for us. Okay? This is our business. Everything that happens on it is our business. Now, we ain't all up in there in a Kool-Aid like that. But it's going to boil back down to us. And it all boils down to us. Okay? Psalms 83, they come together to do what? To make the name of Israel no more in remembrance. Okay? So the things that they do, the EU, NATO, all that is against us. Okay? So it is our business. But, you know, some of the things she's saying is okay. That's why I would let her talk. It's a lot. Dang. Is this her? Yeah. It's a lot.
People feel like that our business is their business. We are this is the problem, Black America. Listen to me. This is the problem. We are way too open. We are way too welcoming, way too open to allow everybody into our shit. Everybody is all in our business, and we're way too open to it. We need to close the doors. Okay, the doors need to be closed, because you can't find nothing on my page, at least, where I'm talking about Asian issues, white issues, Arab issues, or whoever else's issues, because it ain't none of my business. I mind the business that's mine. But for some reason, everybody feels like they can mind our business. Everybody feels like they can insert themselves into our business. We're just the free for all. Everybody could just be in all up in our business. We're just the free for all culture, where everybody can just be a part of it. You know, we're not a real ethnic group. We're just random generic Africans.
No, we're not. We're not Africans. Here we go again. See, everybody just African bull crap. Psalms 83, they come together to make the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. All the nations. And then it listed them. Starting with the evil E. All right, go read it.
I saw a video of an African man saying that Black Americans owe Africans and we should be grateful that they come over here. What the fuck do they come over here and help us with? They should be grateful to us. Because if it wasn't for the civil rights movement, they would not be able to migrate here successfully. What the heliante? People are fucking delusional. I'm so tired of this delusion. We want to all be peaceful. Everybody wants to be cool. We've always supported everybody. But we ain't going to allow y'all to keep talking shit to us. A lot of y'all don't even know where the fuck y'all came from. A lot of y'all's countries in Africa, and I'm saying it, I don't give a fuck, it's baby fucking countries. It wasn't established until the fucking mid-1900s. What is we talking about? Some of y'all don't even have birth certificates. I seen another video of some African woman saying, we don't know who our grandfathers is. We don't know our grandparents. They even fucking said we don't even know our parents. Y'all think we orphans over here? And this is only me reacting and responding to the shit that I keep hearing y'all say. I don't have no hate for anybody. I love African people. I love all types of people.
I don't.
But if you are an asshole, I'm going to call you out. What the fuck you mean we don't know our grandparents?
Okay. Let's try to let her play.
Africans that say Black Americans are lazy and have horrible manners and have no respect. Please stop projecting. Do yourself a big one. Please stop projecting. Some of y'all are the rudest people I've ever met. Rudest. Most of you lack manners. You see how I'm using the word some and most, because it's not all of y'all. Some of you are very well mannered. Some of you are very well educated. Some of you hold yourself with a lot of respect. And some of y'all don't. Just like some Black Americans, just like white Americans, just like Hispanic Americans. Every race has the same thing. Every race has their people that are not doing so well or choose not to do well, and some that are. It's okay to have pride in who you are or where you come from. When you try to put yourself up here as a whole, and we know that's not right, just know we know your colonizer did a great job.
Okay. But this is the temperament that's going on.
Video of an African lady complaining about how African Americans were mad that Essence Fest is now becoming a diaspora thing when it really was meant to celebrate our culture. And it's such a disingenuous conversation for a couple of reasons. And I'm sorry if I go all over in this video, but it really is so many things that's on my fucking mind. For one, when African Americans were going to Lagos a couple of years ago, when African Americans go to Labor Day and Juve, y'all say that we're the reasons why it's ghetto. Y'all say that we're the reason why things get shot up or get shut down. Y'all blame all the dysfunction on us, as if there wasn't dysfunction at these events prior to us getting there. That's number one. Number two, what happened to us not having any culture? Now we're supposed to share our cultural event with you? African Americans experience so much fucking xenophobia within the diaspora, and now we're talking about how we want to keep our event for us, and now all of a sudden it's, oh, but we need to share our cultures because blah, 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 and blee, blee, blee. Bitch, no. Because not only do y'all not understand our culture, you don't respect our culture. Because anytime the conversation comes up to African Americans have no culture and we start explaining our culture, you try to strip it down and like bring all of its roots back to Africa. But y'all never do that with soca music. Y'all don't do that with fucking dance hall. Y'all don't do that with reggaeton. But yes, hip hop and rap music, which was created in the Bronx in the fucking 70s and 80s, yes, that is straight from Africa, from the motherland, because it has some fucking drums in it. Then three, a lot of you are fucking xenophobic. And I know I already said this, but I'm going to keep saying a lot of you are fucking
Okay,
xenophobic.
hold on a second.
And it's rhetoric.
She was talking about the soca music, the reggaeton, the dance hall. All those are Jakes as well. Okay, the so-called Latinos with the reggaeton and the soca, and I mean not the soca, the well, they might be, yeah, the soca, the all the Spanish music and the reggae music, all of that comes from us as well. And see, they don't understand that we are the same people. Okay, we're the same people. But the reason why they go on the so-called Black Americans so hard is because the Black Americans are the tribe of Judah, the head tribe. Okay, and this is what they don't know. All right, I'm gonna let her keep on talking. Salak.
That a lot of first gens and a lot of immigrants who moved here have. Y'all move into black areas, y'all assimilate into black American culture, because it's not American culture, it's black American culture, and then turn around and don't want to raise your kids around black people because we're ghetto, or call us ghetto, and sit there and have the same fucking racist rhetoric that white people have about us, and you're also black. I literally was having a conversation with an African the other day, and they literally told me that their parents moved them to the DMV, into Baltimore City, but didn't want them going to school in Baltimore City. Not even just because the schools are bad over there, but because they didn't want them around the black. Let's talk about how African people have slurs for fucking Americans, even Caribbeans. Y'all going around calling people fucking Yankee. Mind you, Yankee was a slur that the Confederacy used against Northerners. Yeah, and it's not even like, oh, I'm saying this to start a diaspora war conversation, but it's just the fact that niggas are so fucking disingenuous with wanting support and wanting us to share our culture because it's benefiting you now. Essence Fest should have and needs to stay a Black American and African American themed event. Why? Because that's how it started. That's its root. It's okay for us to want our events to stay our cultural events the same way y'all want y'all events to stay cultural event. The same way y'all want African themed events, the same African themed events with your music and your cultural attire and your food and all that. That's perfectly fine. We deserve that same thing too. And this is why, again, I'm going to continue to say it's a disingenuous ass conversation because y'all swear up and down we have no culture. Now we're showing you our culture and now you want part in our culture. And the lady who made that video, yeah, bitch, I'm talking to you specifically now because you were so nasty and disingenuous in the fucking comments to act like you don't understand why people want our event to stay our event, while also being in the comments like, oh, well, your own should have bought it if that's how you felt. Even if a person across the diaspora bought Essence Fest, they should have still been able to understand why Essence Fest should have stayed Essence Fest. You, as an African living in America, should understand African American culture, should understand why it's important, should understand its influence. You should respect it. Because that's really what it boils down to, is that y'all just don't respect African Americans. Y'all don't respect our culture. You should have respected our culture enough to know, let me keep this the same. Essence Fest has been a staple in the community for how many years? How many fucking years? Let me keep it the same. It's disingenuous and it's fucking disrespectful.
Yeah. But they're disrespectful to us. They don't care about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, or Native Americans, man. The Caribbeans, Haitians, okay, which are all the tribes of Israel, okay?
Anytime a Black American sticks up for themselves and talks about anti-Black American sentiment, particularly within the Black community, y'all call it diaspora war. And it's funny how every single other ethnic group is allowed to speak about the injustices that are perpetuated against them except for Black Americans. Nowhere in my last video did I generalize anyone. In fact, multiple times throughout the video, I made it a point to say a lot of African and Caribbean people, not all African and Caribbean people, but the amount of people in my comments who are telling me that I'm generalizing a group of people based off of one person and one experience is absolutely not true. And the amount of people who are telling me that I'm trying to start a diaspora war is also hilarious. Whether you like it or not, difficult conversations need to happen, especially intraracial conversations that are difficult. And it's not starting a diaspora war to speak about the fact that anti-Black American sentiments are prevalent within a lot of other Black ethnic communities. Anytime a Black American sticks up for themselves and talks about anti-Black American sentiment, particularly within the Black community, y'all call it diaspora war.
Exactly. It's not a war. It's a sentence from the Most High that he put upon the children of Israel to go through this slavery, to be scattered to the four corners of the earth. Okay? And then at the end, he's going to come and get his children, man. All right? And he's going to save us from this madness, from these people, from these heathen. Okay? And going to ultimately save our people from themselves, the 2/3. Y'all going to have to go through it. Why? Because you don't listen. You won't listen. You think that we're up here telling you that you're Hebrew Israelites. Okay? And that we're just making it up because we feel left out. We don't have a culture, so we're feeling left out. So we just going to make up something. Get out of here. Why do you think they treat us so bad? Why? Because of our skin color? They treat the Latinos the same way. They're lighter than us. They're not black, as they call it. They're light brown. We're dark brown. Okay? Let's keep going.
Observing these videos that are like the diaspora wars. It's not a war. There's nothing about it as a war. We are simply saying who we are as a people, Black Americans. So there's nothing about that that's a war. But I have finally realized what the actual issue is. Based on the comments that I have read, right, there was one particular girl who said that I was saying, like, you know, the difference between Black Americans and Africans is very obvious. Black Americans are not immigrants. We didn't immigrate here. And a lot of us know where our great-great-grandparents are from, and so on and so forth, right? And so one of the girls says something like, do you want to be worshipped because of slavery? Do you want to be worshipped? And then I was like, bingo, I figured out what the actual problem is. From what I gather, the people that have an issue with Black Americans saying that we're Black Americans and not claiming being African is because they don't like the fact that despite us being stolen and sold, mistreated, all of the horrific things that have happened to Black Americans, they don't like the fact that we still rose, we're still great, we still dominate culturally across the world. They don't like that we're popular, essentially, and they don't like the fact that because we're popular, we don't attach ourselves to them. Can you believe that? And I'm not saying that's every single African. I would never say anything is every single person because that's just not a thing. But I realize that that's the root of the issue. That is exactly what the root of the issue is, because they don't do this to anybody in the Caribbean. They don't say, oh, you need to call yourself African Jamaican. You need to call yourself African Haitian. They don't do that. They don't do that. They only have beef with us, and I think it's because of our history and what we have created here.
It's
and
because
the
we're the
fact that
head
we are
tribe.
proud of who we are. They don't like that we went through so much trauma, but we are still proud of who we are as a people. And I think that is the root of the issue. And as soon as I mentioned the fact that if it wasn't for Black Americans, Africans, Caribbean, all of these immigrants would not even be here because of the Civil Rights Movement, I got blocked. So when you say the truth and you make them acknowledge our value and the fact that we do have culture and we have major influence and we are the reason that they're able to be in this country and make money and send money back home and build, don't get me started. They block me. So that's definitely the root of the issue. They don't like how great we are. And guess what? Get over it or get with it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you, because all we're asking for from the people of the diaspora is respect.
Yeah, but they're not going to give us respect. They're going to give us respect when the Lord comes back and puts us in our rightful position, which is on top. Okay, then we're going to get that respect. Okay, it's going to be through fear. Okay? Now listen at this dingbat.
Please leave Africans up. I really hope this lands, because I'm sick and tired of seeing this conversation on FYP. There was a time you guys were arguing that Africans say that you guys are not African enough. That was also a problem. Now you don't want to be African. It is okay. I promise you, none of us calls you African American. The entire Africa calls you guys Black American. We don't think you're African Americans. We don't even think you're African. You guys are so different from. You don't have manners. We have manners. And what culture are you talking about that Africans steal from you? That's the funniest bit I've heard. What culture? They're not like us. You're not like us. We're not like you. That is that your culture? Africa has 54 countries and we have over 1 billion tribes. Each tribe is attached to tradition and norms. We do culture things that you don't even. For example, I am a Muganda from Uganda. That's my tribe. And we have Buganda things that we do in our Buganda kingdom. We have the Basoga, the Banyankole. Do you even know what that is? Define culture. What culture do we want to... What culture do we copy? Do you even have culture? If I ask you what's your tribe in Black America, like what's your tribe? Do you even know what that is?
Yeah, we
Give
do.
me 3 culture norms that you have or traditions that you do. Nothing. Y'all are gonna tell me the
Tribe of
earrings,
Judah.
the hip hop music. They're not like us. You're not like us. What else? What do you have? What is your staple food?
We have the Most High.
Nothing. So what culture?
Chicken.
What culture? We don't quote Martin
And
Luther
biscuits.
King. We quote Nelson Mandela. It is you who flock Africa coming to look for him. You'll be
for him.
flocking Ghana, Nigeria, looking for those Asian slave markets. And now all of a sudden you don't want to be attached to slavery because your ancestors were lied to with a piece of candy and they left. You think we don't know that you don't like Africans? Do you know how many African students have been bullied by y'all? You call them animals, monkeys, you call them uncivilized, yet you guys have the same color. The thing is, you want to detach yourselves from Africa, which is okay. We've never wanted you to be African. We don't even want to be associated with you. Black Americans, please leave Africans up. I really hope this lands because I'm sick and tired of seeing this conversation on FYP. There was a time.
Okay. She said it. We don't want y'all to be Africans. Exactly. Because of the media and the way they portray us around the world, they don't want to be associated with that. Okay? But it was you Africans and you Arabs that sold us into slavery over here. Okay? Talking about y'all culture. I know y'all culture. And putting your head up under the back of a cow and letting it pee on your head to get blonde. Sleeping on a bed just made of manure. Okay? Putting plates in your lips. Okay? All kind of nasty things, man. We're not like that, man. Okay? We are nothing like you. You right. Talking about y'all, man.
Did y'all just hear that Africa said that they are included in African Americans' reparations? So apparently Africa and the African Union, this 2025, they basically told America that they are leading the cause for reparations for African countries and people affected by slavery. So basically, they found out that African Americans have 1.7 trillion in spending power, right? That means collectively, we got the bag. Collectively, we got the bag. That of which we already knew. We didn't have to shout it from the rooftops, and we damn sure didn't need anybody else clocking our bag. And now it's at the point where the African Union is working with America and top American officials to both colonize the African American culture, but also to receive reparations. Did you know that they have now, the African Union have now been in talks with America about us, African Americans, being their property? Back when Big Pooh Delu said that he was going to pew America, and I told y'all, oh, don't worry, they sending boats around to come pick us up. That was why. Remember when I said that they consider us Africa's property? That was why them boats was going to be here. Because they consider us Africa's property, which means that Africa and the African Union is now fighting America for our fucking reparations that they didn't even help. You know how fucking delusional you gotta be to be trying to destiny swap with the same people your ancestors literally helped sell into slavery? Y'all literally caused it. Had you not, what was the theme of the Sinners movie? What was the theme? You are the only person standing in between the demon getting in and out of your home. You are the ones opening up the door, the threshold. You have to invite them in order for them to come in and do that shit to you. Had you not invited those colonizers in there, they would have not only not sold us, but also, because wait a minute, they did turn around and put the people that were in power in shackles. Okay, they said, well, we're done with them. We also want you too. And whoever was left over was just left over after the abolishment of the transatlantic slave trade. Do you know how insane you have to be to think that you are entitled to some money that does not historically belong to you? Knowing good and goddamn well it had nothing to do with you. You may have been impacted by the slave trade, but the reparations that this country owes us is not because of the actual slave trade where it started. It is because of what has been done to us as we were here in this country.
You should not have your grubby, nasty ass hands out asking for money on our behalf. And the worst part about it is, but African America, they doing it right under your nose. That is why people feel some type of way about what's going on at Essence Fest. That is why we feel some type of way about y'all continuously trying to claim that we don't have any culture. And then the first opportunity you get to try and capitalize off of our culture, you got your hand out looking for something. You got your hand out looking for something, constantly wanting to be the center of attention, constantly wanting to be the how do I put it? The one that everybody wants to be around. The one that everybody wants to be a part of. The one that everybody wants to pour money into or steal from. Golly, it is fucking exhausting being an African American. It really be your own people.
They're not our people.
Because when I tell you the hate comes from every single angle of the diaspora, and then to turn around and think that you have the opportunity to eat off of our reparations is insane. I don't give a damn what money America gives to y'all. That shit ain't ours. That don't have African Americans' name on it. When we separated, we had to build our own cultures. We had to take some of our, our historical culture that was passed down to us back when our ancestors was in Africa. We had to make something new of it. It's just the audacity to me, because I vividly remember the majority of my life being told by people from across seas and being on the internet and hearing people consistently trying to undermine, undervalue, and to consistently try to tear down Black African Americans and what we contribute to this world, but then got your hand out looking for our reparations. That's insane. Are you not embarrassed? You should be embarrassed. That is insane to me. Also, bitch, we are not your motherfucking property. Have you lost your motherfucking mind? You know what? You gonna end up finding out. African Union gonna end up fucking around and finding out the way that these white folks gotta find out every other day. We are not your property. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, we not. We belong to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's who we belong to. Our Lord and our Savior, man. Okay? We're the apple of his eye. Okay? They shouldn't have never put their hands on us and did what they did to us, man. Okay? Exodus 11:7, it says, "But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue." And that's, okay. And that's all they've been doing, moving their tongue against us, against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord Yahweh, or Hashem Yahweh Shai, doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. The Egyptians were Africans. Okay? And he put a difference between us. That's why Pharaoh was so adamant on coming and killing us and put all that intense labor on us, because they hate us. We are not the same people. Those are Hamites. We are Shemites. Okay? We are Shemites. They are Hamites. Okay? They are not the chosen people of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. We are the Israelites. Okay? This is Joel 3, and I'm going to start at 1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," and that's where we are right now, in that captivity, "I will also gather all nations," okay, "and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat," okay, "and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel," right? "Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Okay? And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Okay? Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre, you dang old Africans, and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.